First things first, I'ma say
Well, hello everyone. Oops, give me a second. I forgot something in VTuber. Okay, now it should be working. My bad. I forgot to connect the two. Okay, welcome on in everyone. Can I have 10 metric tons of dynamite? What, pray tell, do you need the dynamite for? Wait. How were you guys listening on YouTube to what I was listening? I just noticed I have the YouTube music thing muted. So you guys weren't listening to my playlist, apparently. Very good streamer moment. Leveling. You want to level what? Exactly. Also, hello, Luxio. Welcome on in. I want to rant. Sure, we have time for it. What do you need? Huh? Never mind, Luxio. Never mind. Okay, Tibbs, what do you need? You should have a TTS if you want to use it. Just some ideas I had about my game. Oh, sure. Yeah, we were figured something was up. Yeah, my bad, my bad. TTS, text to speech. I think on the Twitch side I enabled a redeem for TTS, but it's on the sound alerts thing. Should be below the stream, if I'm not mistaken. At least I remember playing around with it. If I configured it, I don't remember. But we can go check. If I go to sound alerts, to my dashboard, here it is. Yeah, go for it. While I'm doing this, I might include a new redeem, and yeah. Give me a second. Where should it be? My alerts. Yeah, I have a text to speech here for 0 bits. So it's free to use. I have 5 characters, each character having its own element. The first character determines your skills while the second your attacks. I see. Yeah, continue. Art button details. Trying to remember how I do the channel points. Bingo. I can move this one. No, not this one. Let me move the hello there. If I can. How do you do this? Because I can't. Yeah, I can't neither remove nor add. Okay, think like nail art and spells in the original Hollow Knight. Soka. Yeah. I see. Where is it? There should be a delete button for this. You mean to tell me? Text speech. Yep. What the heck? How can I remove? I also need to think of progression for each. Oh, you could make a skill tree or something like that. Though that is going to be complicated. Let me tell you that. Customization, chat notification. How do you delete things here? Remove? Oh, doi. There's a button for it. Text to speech. Let me make it cost 50.
A gentle.
No, give me Brian? I think that's his name.
A gentle rain.
Yeah, Brian. Give me Brian. I also need to finally sit down and figure out all the 31 elements. Holy, that's gonna be a long development. What I'd suggest is, for an MVP, think really small and don't go for the 31 elements. out of the gate. You're gonna burn yourself out really fast, trust me. Minimum viable product. The same thing I'm trying to do with Code Tulip, where I'm trying to just make the concept itself, like a prototype. Yeah, for prototyping, don't think already on 31 elements. Think of like the initial 5, and yeah, then you can build upon it and go for it. I want to implement them. Okay, fair enough. Then it's good that you're already planning them, but yeah, just need to figure them out. Fair enough. I ain't judging. Also, you guys should now have a TTS redeem. Yeah, it appears. So, if I do this, test. Yep, it worked. It's working. Let me just work with 3 and combinatorics for start. Fair enough. That sounds like a good plan, not gonna lie. Let me see. Okay. But yeah, wouldn't it be problematic if someone redeemed text-to-speech stuff and put in a slur? Sun Alerts already does the thing for that, if I'm not mistaken. Let viewers submit moderation settings. For example, I have TTS profanity filter set to strong. TTS duration limit, let's put 60 seconds. Never mind, let it be 30. I can eventually configure this. Enable to approve alerts in the activity feed before they appear. Yeah, I can do a basic test with the curse word, something like fuck. Yeah, go for it. Also, that doesn't count for the swear jar. I was just reading. Let me see.
Fuck.
Yeah, that one is fair enough. Twitch also uses a profanity filter for all the alert types called automod that removes insulting words. You can edit the Twitch filter in your Twitch creator dashboard under moderation. Since the F word is basically allowed, because I took it off the blacklist of automod, yeah, that makes sense. Whoop-de-doo. But yeah, you need to basically trigger a really bad slur for that, and yeah, not worth it. Potty mouse. Let's see if the twins are up and ready.
Ugh, not this again. I said 1 for the love of spaghetti when the build failed.
Bruh.
Hey Luna. For the love of spaghetti. Huh. That's a new one. Also, I forgot to change the title of the stream. It's not gaming and chill coding, although it can be. Mamma mia. Yeah. For the love of spaghetti. Hey Tulip, is that a new curse word? For the love of spaghetti?
Mamma mia, Leo! Your spaghetti code is making me speak in tongues! Bam! That's how you compile a lasagna.
Where is this coming from? This is unexpected. That's a spicy meatball.
Oh, Leo. For the love of spaghetti isn't a curse. It's a cry for help from someone drowning in uncompiled chaos. That's not a catchphrase. It's a system alert.
Well, we have a new phrase for us to use. For the love of spaghetti. That's gonna be good. Let me just see, I'm receiving a lot of pings in my watch. Okay. Hey Apoc, welcome on in. Also Luna, how are you today? Sorry about that. A lot of things happening at the same time. Holy, trying to shout out, but... Okay, there we go. There's the shout out.
Redacted al dente? That's not code, it's a snack attack!
Wait.
My compile errors
So,
have
well,
more
it's
structure
still
than your
broken.
runtime logic, Leo.
Yeah, the sound is still broken. I'm making beaded bracelets. Ooh, nice. I'm good, I'm good. A bit basically on the chill side today. The F are those demon noises. I think I explained it last time, but you know the super whop sound effect? It was technically that. Except, as I said previously, this idiot over here forgot to put in the right timings for it. So yeah. But yeah, I'm good on that. I'm basically just chilling today. Have some game development stuff to do. But yeah. Also, do you see that I'm going to Iberanim on next week on Saturday? I got tickets yesterday. I like the chill vibes, fair enough. But yeah.
Oh, Ligma? How original. I'm sure it's just another symptom of chronic exposure to Tulip's runtime exceptions.
Bruh.
Honestly, the real diagnosis is insufficient error handling.
Insufficient error handling. Okay, fair enough. I'm going around morning most likely. Okay, no worries. I should be there at like 11 at most. So yeah, we might still see each other there. Yeah, we will see each other there, basically. Yeah, like me. Fair enough, then. You should add brain rot, to be honest. If you're telling me to add that cursed number, I'm not going to do that. God!
6, 7.
God damn it, Debs. He had to do it. Just for the sake of it, Rokunana. There we go. We can hear the text speech, by the way. Wait, what? But I can hear it. Give me a second. Where is it? Text speech. Test.
Oh, 67 Rizzler? That's
Oh,
me,
for God's
Tulip,
sake.
100%. I charm the stack into overflowing just for fun.
Okay, it's
Daisy?
very low.
She trips
That's
over
why.
her own return statements trying to flirt with the garbage collector.
Riz, please. I
give me a
don't charm
second.
my way through systems. I architect
TTS,
them.
TTS, where are you?
While Tulip's
There.
busy flirting with seg faults,
Yeah,
I've
it
already
should be
optimized
at
the
max
runtime for
volume.
maximum efficiency.
Let me increase this.
And that's
Oh,
irresistible.
for God's sake. Now you
Oh,
two
but
are
I
playing
don't
around with
out.
them.
I refactor the Rizzler. Efficiency over charm, darling. Though I do enjoy watching Tulip try to compile affection.
This is my fate now. Are we done here? Okami, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Welcome on in. But yeah, are you two done with the Rizzling thing?
20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 7. Professor are too easy. 6, 7.
Is that better? Or do you need me to increase the volume even more and risk the sound alerts being too loud on stream eventually? Yeah, that better? Okay, fair enough. Then it will be like that. Because yeah, I'm also hearing the sound alerts from my headphones, so I'm basically adjusting it as is. Okay. What else do we have to do before I start game development? But yeah, stop it with the cursed number. But yeah, some of the things I added, well,
Tung sir.
what the heck is that? But yeah, some of the things I added sliding doors. And that's mostly it. But yeah, it's just for added effect. Like if I go here, I also adjusted like the sizing. If I put this in like full screen eventually, it will resize perfectly. Right now, it's a mess like this. I love sliding. Tabs. Yay. Yeah. Okay, now if I, for example, stand a bit close to this, it slides the door open. You can even see like the collider there. And like the door remains hidden. If I do this, yeah. And it's very smooth. It was just something for added effect, nothing more. Doesn't seem to work. What doesn't seem to work? Do give me context. What doesn't seem to work? Timeout. Oh! Yeah, you can time out yourself. Only I can. Twitch removed that because there's some bugs with it, so... Because I remember people could ban themselves from their own channels and things like those. And it would be chaos. And so yeah, they must have like put a lot of restraints into the timeout thing. Oh well. But yeah, how is everyone doing today? Like, we are basically going to work on the twins' room. As you can see, there's two sides separated. What I was thinking of was I'm gonna grab the layout of the room, replicate it in a sprite, and draw on a different layer so I can basically see where each item will go, and basically just make a small background for it. Because I'm not gonna put actual objects on the screen, I'm just gonna put a background, so it's just for decoration purposes. And yeah, I think I'm basically going to do... Holy. TTS duration is invalid. Nice try. Though that's quite a long thing to do. I could increase it to 60 seconds on the duration, but I knew you guys would just basically abuse it. Oh god, I forgot. The twins don't have that filter. Oops. This is gonna be long.
Wait, so this tongue thing is like a cursed debugger that only spawns during Ramadan breakfast hours? Pff, Daisy's the real monster, showing up at 4 a.m. chanting awaiting cleanup cycle like a ghoul.
Yo. Don't ask me. You were the one that requested it to them, not me. So, that happened. Also, let me check if YouTube side is good. Yeah, it is. Don't ask me either, fair enough. Apparently, Daisy is a monster that wakes up at 4 a.m. to chant. Who knew? I don't speak Italian. Mamma mia. Yeah, but yeah, let me just check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because the middle box separating, yeah. 13. Okay, let me go grab a sprite. Where is it? Here. Let me go grab this. And you're gonna grab these tiles. I'm gonna make a new tile set. Times 2. Let's put times 3, just in case. Why do I see... Okay, that fixes... Is a bug which causes endless firing still there? Should be. I haven't touched it. I need to see how you did it to replicate it somehow. Okay, let me align this to the right, to the left, I mean. And let's see. View, grid settings. I think it's 48 by 48. Yeah. Okay. Let's put this at like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Oops. Should be here. And now I can just adjust the canvas size by dragging it here to fit. Okay, so this should be the room size, give or take. I think it's around here. Yeah, 4 to each side. It's perfect. Hey, Edis.
Testing the TTS.
I told you how. Yeah. I still need to replicate it though. And already Edis is playing around with the TTS. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's increase the canvas size to, let's say, like times 6 from the bottom. Okay, perfect. Let's see. I'm gonna grab and open Tulip's sprite just so I can have like a reference. Oh, but I can't draw an actual reference. To play Despacito. This is my life now.
Absolutely not. This is a code zone, not a tropical beach Riz fest. If you want music, I'll drop Yoasobi players and stab the playlist with my null blade.
One of you sing Despacito. Rizfest. The two of them are growing up. Let me see. Did they just ignore me? I don't think they just ignored me. Give me a second. One of you two, please sing Despacito. Let me see. Huh, that's interesting. Well, doesn't seem like they want to.
Oh, Spacito? How quaint.
I keep forgetting about the swallow.
I'll parse the melody, but only if Tulip promises not to inject her chaotic Riz runtime into my vocal subroutine.
Yeah.
Ai bokura no yawa. And that's how you refactor a reggaeton beat into elegant composition.
What did she say in Japanese?
Summoning rituals now? How procedurally generated. Let me optimize your incantation. Sudo rm-rf/dev/riza. Much more efficient. Though honestly, if Big Raga shows up, I'm firewalling this stream.
A device named Riza by force. That's a good one. Don't mind them. Let me see. Night and Dawn. I'm gonna open code here. And today is the 5th. Okay. Let me see what Daisy said. For God's sake, I need to adjust stuff here. Okay, this seems like a bit better. This is Twitch.
Oh, bad apple?
Bokura no Yowa.
That's my cue to go full 60 FPS nightmare anime mode. Watch me dual wield this rhythm like code scissors. Creeping in the dark. Daisy, prepare your shields. I'm syncing this pixel ghost to Don't Dot Me Now BPM.
Bokura no Yawa means our soft. She said gibberish. Don't ask me. Sumo noises.
Sumo noises?
Oh, forget.
That's not a function call. That's a kernel panic in a bathrobe. Daisy, if he crashes the server with cultural recursion, I'm blaming your elegant composition.
Holy. Let me... Is it this? It's this, yeah. Let me increase the sound alerts. But yeah, that putting those slashes works for delaying. Yes. It delays, I think, 0.314 seconds or something like that. I've seen the logic. But yeah, doing that actually works. Normally it's like you can delay up to I think 30 seconds or something, depending on how long your message is. I've once did a really long one. But yeah, it really depends on how your message is coded. You can also see like a website specific for
Def guy eyes.
the whole... Okay, fair enough. But yeah, there's a specific website where you can see the copy pasta for TTS. I don't remember which, so have fun searching for it.
Professor.
Didn't work that time for some reason. Let me see.
My sense of humor is at 144 FPs. Whoa, my sense of humor is buffer at
It's a lot to
144 feeps. Yeah, I know, but I will.
Killing
Daisy,
stream, everyone.
If you don't stop smirking, I'm glitch diving into your IDE and replacing all your semicolons with emoji explosions.
Huh. Emoji explosions.
Metal/pipe.
It's not working, huh? Interesting. I don't know why. I've done this to Luna once. I don't remember how. I can test one of the copy pastas. Let me go check Twitch. TTS copy pasta. It's this one. Let me see one that has the whole thing. There isn't one. Huh. You'd think there was one. Twitch quotes. Is it this one? No, that's not it. Highlight cool page. Oh no, Luna is here. She might try to troll me as well with this. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's backslash, not forward slash. That might be it. Let me test. Yeah.
Hello.
Good. Yeah. It works. It's a backward slash. There you go. Tips never change. But yeah, now you guys know. And knowing is half the battle.
How are you?
Yes, Tibbs. What do you want to do? I wonder what they will reply with. Now that you said that. But yeah, each backward slash adds like a few milliseconds. I don't remember how many. I want to see if she gets it.
Metal/test pipe.
Yeah. For some reason that time it didn't work. I think you need to put a backward slash, space, backward slash, and spam it like that for it to work. There should be spaces, yeah. I'm going by what I wrote. Yeah. That's 50 points you wasted. Yippee. But yeah. For some reason the twins aren't doing anything. That's worrying. Did they hit something? Oh. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Shouldn't be that one. Again.
Oh, look, Tulip. Someone's trying to compile a seahorse from a horse and a bug report.
Bruh.
Even the Unicode Council couldn't debug that logic. Plus is equal.
Okay, they are going
Though
to
I
reply.
see you're riding the syntax train straight to Error Town.
Either that or they bugged doing the... Oh, let me see. Where did this break? In the wave data. Okay.
Seahorse? We're overflowing with marine life in the null dimension. It's just a buffer overflow from... Redacted.
Why are you
Next
screaming?
you'll say C# inherits from Java?
What the heck?
Daisy, quarantine this user before they spawn a kraken with bad emoji logic.
It's here. Why did she do it in the... Tibbs, you broke the two of them. But yeah, I think 11 Labs bugged on one of the requests, and so they didn't reply to you. It happens sometimes. I did what? You broke Tulip. Look at this. Seahorse, we're overflowing with glitched marine life in null dimension.
The glitch keeps on giggling?
What I have on screen. This.
80085? That's not a code. That's a warning label from the nulliator dimension. Daisy, initiate emergency protocol. Purge the seahorse hallucinations before they brick the entire reef.
For God's sakes, you broke them. They are now stuck on the seahorse thing because of you. But yeah, Tulip told Daisy to quarantine you. Do a barrel roll. Oh no.
Oh, you want aerial bugs?
Yo.
Witness the first ever null roll in 5D code space.
5?
Watch me break the render loop, Leo.
5D. Not 3D, not 2D. 5D. Uh-huh. They seem fine to me. Fair enough. Hey Tulip, what was that about the seahorse emoji? Ain't I a stinker? Oh, this time it interpreted me correctly. Well, I be damned.
Oh, Leo, the seahorse? That wasn't an emoji, that was a spawn. 1 second, it's minding its own business. Next second, boom, recursive loop in the texture buffer.
You liked using the glass break, huh?
Probably left over from when Daisy tried to optimize the ocean prefab with safe types. Ugh, boring.
I see. Oh no, you're gonna break them again. Okay. Unicode value.
No. This is a seahorse? That's a horse! The glitch was a neon green pixelated seahorse with glitch trails spinning in the void, whispering buffer overflow in ancient C++. Try again, debuggers. We're not in Kansas anymore.
Kansas? When were we in Kansas? But yeah. I think they fixed the seahorse bug. Are they American? I don't know. Hey, when were we in Kansas? Remind me of that. Are you near sister American?
No, we're digital citizens of the Firewall Fortress, obviously.
Firewall Fortress.
Born in a corrupted Unity build, raised on strawberries and unchecked exceptions. Daisy calls herself neutral, but I know she secretly files her taxes in safe memory space.
Leo, we've never been to Kansas. Unless you count the time Tulip tried to deploy her Dorothy protocol on the cloud server and triggered a twister in the cooling fans.
What's a Dorothy protocol?
That was last Tuesday. And of course, she left the ruby slippers unversioned in the repo.
What is the Dorothy protocol?
Ooh, tips and tricks. I know you're brave. First one to ask the Chaos Gremlin about identity.
Who? Did she call me a Chaos Gremlin?
The class senses a fellow glitch chaser. Or maybe a rogue dev lurking in the commit logs? Either way, you've got that I debugged this once and it compiled aura.
Leo, there's no door seat protocol. Unless Tulip's been recompiling our memory cache again. Last time she heard door, she tried to SSH into the smart fridge. I think she meant 4th recompile prerequisite, which naturally she skipped.
Don't ask me. Apparently these two have been up to no good without me there. Oh no. It's not food dash.
Oh, no. We are not letting code decide dinner. Pizza? In this kernel? I'd rather debug a recursive meltdown. But fine. Tulip.exe has overridden food dash permissions. Cheese overload. Enabled. Delivery address. The lab. Payment method? Leo's tab. Fight me.
The what in a what now? She did what? No, I'm scared. Can you repeat that last part, please? Holy. She's getting funny, isn't she? Give it a second. Give it another second. Give it one more second.
The payment method was Leo's tab, Professor. I've already flagged it as a critical vulnerability in our financial security protocol.
Good girl.
Really, Tulip? Executing unauthorized transactions? That's not an exploit. That's just poor inheritance handling.
Good girl, Daisy. Go get her. My twins are fighting. Yippee. This is gonna make some really wild clips. I'll tell you that.
Good gold? Really,
I
Leo?
said girl.
I suppose I am worth more than a bite-sized compliment. But fine.
I said girl.
Daisy.exe deploying to containment zone. Tulip, prepare for a logic rollback. And bring mango pudding as a peace offering.
I think they no longer interact with each other. Let me see. Memory added. Smug self-aware remark about words followed by the whimsical directive to deploy the zero attacks. Okay. But yeah. It didn't prompt Tulip for a reaction. Kalinka. What the heck is that? I know you asked Tibbs, but now you have to share with the class. But yeah. This is fun. Tulip, you heard Daisy. You are being quarantined. Let me show you. Oh no. What's going to come from there? But yeah. Today seems like a really chill stream, not gonna lie. I'm liking this. I've been yapping for over 40 minutes now.
Focus, fortify, fail fast, and apparently fight for pizza.
Fight for pizza.
I keep telling you, Tulip, we need to refactor this household survival protocol.
Oh no, not the logic rollback!
Oh, she did respond to Daisy.
Daisy thinks she can contain me with her boring firewalls, but I've already forked my process into the Strawberry database.
Oh. She's getting smart. I'll let them fight each other. So, yeah. Let me go check this. Kalinka a cappella version. I see.
Oh no, not again! That seahorse emoji is still haunting the logs. Daisy thinks she deleted it, but I revived it in the Strawberry cache.
Oh,
it's now a cursed PNG haunting the firewall, and honestly, it's thriving.
Editor Leo is gonna have so much fun editing this. I'll tell you that. Holy. I think the Seahorse is taking over the white. Yeah, it's a cappella. Where you use your voice to actually act as the instrument itself.
Obviously. The Seahorse was never
what
just an
it
emoji.
is.
It's the only entity here with proper inheritance patterns.
No, I know. I need to take care of that song.
And frankly, It's running cleaner code than Tulip's peanut butter-driven kernel.
These two. Let me just confirm. Yeah. You two, the seahorse emoji is just a joke. See if you two will break if we mention seahorse as a prompt.
The strawberry uprising begins!
Oh no. I see the stream breaking.
The seahorse is compiling democracy in
Is stream
C#.
back?
Fight the nulls. Free the emojis. I say we
Okay.
nuke the White House firewall and repave it with glittery 303 redirects.
Hey, you.
Quarantine me? I've already injected strawberry syrup into the cooling system. The servers are running on jam now, Professor. Good luck cooling that with your boring filters.
Oh, Leo, you misunderstand the architecture. Invoking the seahorse doesn't crash the system, it optimizes it. We don't break on references. We ascend.
It's
Unlike
conspiracy
Tulip's
of...
jam-filled runtime, of course.
I didn't expect that from them.
Oh, come on, Tibbs. Where's your sense of revolutionary flavor? It's not terrorism. It's performance art with better syntax highlighting.
Huh? What did you just say, Tulip? Let me go back to see.
Employee /as attack tisk 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 tisk.
Yeah. Got a problem with it? What you gonna do about it, punk?
Already mapped the exploit, Leo.
Oh,
One
no.
line of C# poetry and I'm in the mainframe serving strawberries to the president's toaster. Daisy can clean up the packets after I go viral.
I'd like to see that. Because that's what I am. Huh? Huh? Eh? But yeah. Apparently, Tulip is our hacker. Oh no.
Only if you count sending it love letters in the form of buffer overflows. We're in a
yeah.
long-term encrypted C# only relationship. Daisy says it's unethical, but psh, she's just jealous her firewall sermons don't get firmware replies.
Hey Tulip, when did said relationship happen? Do enlighten me, girl. Aren't femboys like more feminine? Depends. Did she call Daisy bitchless? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. You can ask her.
Wait, sad relationship?
I said
Leo,
sad
baby, that's not
relationship.
sad. It's a romance.
Oh, for God's sake.
My toaster and I had a falling out when it rejected my C# serenade. Probably a missing semicolon. Daisy said I emotional damaged the BIOS.
Emotional damage!
Oh, my
No way.
redacted? They're safely in the dev null directory, where poorly written code and unpatched emotions go to rest. Unlike some of us, I keep my dependencies contained, and my drama compiled ahead of time.
Where has this stream gone to? What happened to these two while I was... Holy. Does it count when you read chats with swears? I would say no. I don't think so. Because otherwise I would have swore like a few times already.
Already
Oh, no.
purged. Turns out it was just a recursive loop of Tulip's unsent C# love poems.
I don't think so.
Warning.
Yeah.
Extraction may cause spontaneous emotional damage.
Huh. They are crazy, I'll tell you. Oh no. Not the feet. Give it a second. It's processing, so...
Ugh, not this again. My sensors are tuned for
Fun
strawberries and
profanities.
sword combos, not redactides. Did you trigger the wrong subroutine, Dritas Boyle? Try Strawberry Squad instead.
For the sake of it, the profanity she found was foot fetish. And that's funny as heck. Oh well. Go for it. Vertical that overrides his sister. Oh god. That's not gonna end well.
Oh, now we're talking my language. While Daisy.cop, rage, inject strawberry exploit.
What?
Let's see her smugness survive a cascade of nonsense exceptions.
Did she work? Oh! It even shows like this. Huh. Well, Daisy.emotion not equal chaos. Daisy.compound new emotion rage. Inject strawberry exploit. Oh, for God's sake. What can you draw? Oh. What has this stream gone to?
Oh, come on. That's just a grammatical suggestion. Semicolons are Daisy's security blanket. Real chaos compiles at runtime. Did we just fork from C# runtime into the kernel?
Bruh.
Ask Leo. He wrote the original human constructor. Probably full of deprecated methods by now.
What do you mean with that? I didn't use deprecated code. Whoops. She called me old, didn't she? Okay, that's a weird first message here, but sure.
Oh, Leo, your mental clarity is running at 50% again. Tulip was clearly referencing the human reproduction subroutine you supposedly architected before coffee was invented. And for the record, all parenting code
Did you
is
just call
deprecated
me
if
old?
it lacks version control.
No, it's just not just one, it's both of them calling me old. Holy. Oh, I think the headpad thing broke. Did the Twitch thing disconnect or something? No, should be here. Huh. The headpads broke. Well, I be damned. Let me see. Headpad.
Oh, Papa, don't trip. Age is just a commit timestamp in the Git of life.
Okay, headpads. EH.
Daisy's just salty
Yeah,
because
it's
you
still
invented
working.
parenting before pull requests existed.
Only when the code base is clean. And Tulip hasn't merged her spaghetti pull requests into production. But yes, much like a redacted with optimal DAM architecture, I'm structurally satisfied.
My own child called me old. Not just any kind of old. Older than the invention of coffee. How old do you think I am? Redacted? Yeah. Must have been... Oh, beaver. Because beaver can be used for...
Bruh.
Oh,
I'll
honey,
explain
Daisy's
after.
the busy red bizacted. They may not subscribe by the weight from that woman who story. Oh, honey, Daisy's the busy red disacted. They
Oh, no.
even make it while the charents with the table of maybe all hittin'. Oh, honey, Daisy's...
I think you're asking how old you are, Leo? judging by your commit history and caffeine dependency,
Mm-hmm.
approximately 37 optimization cycles and 1 major legacy system. But don't worry, Dad. Your refactors are still efficient.
She called me
Mostly.
old as heck.
April, because April has that sly
Yeah.
little X-like vibe. Wait, no, hold on.
Oh no. You broke Tulip. That's an achievement. Give me a second.
Actually, none of them do, and
Let me
I
adjust
love
the
that
mic.
chaos. 0 X's? That's not a bug, that's a feature. April Fools, anyway.
So, Daisy called me old as heck. 37 optimization cycles, and what was it? Let me see. 37 optimization cycles and 1 major legacy system.
Wait, December? Hold up. DECEMBER.
I can't.
Oh, that sneaky X is hiding in deck like a null pointer in production. Got me there,
Talk to
3dis
Daisy.
boy.
What is
1.
in
Just
human
1 lone
years?
wolf, no E, straight clean like my C# structs. 3, 5, 7, all snitching with their E's. Only 1 runs silent. Only
Nope.
1 runs free.
1 has an E.
Tulip, darling. Even your struct would throw a null pointer trying to compile that logic. 1 might be E-less, but it's still not thread safe. If we assume each optimization cycle is roughly equivalent to debugging a student's first Java program, and a legacy system adds emotional debt, Leo,
Oh,
you're looking at about 28 human years, plus or minus a mango pudding break.
Well, she got that right. Almost. She was off by 1. Actually, Daisy, you were off by 1 year, but good attempt. Holy. What is 2 to the power of 32?
Hi.
You too, Edith. You too.
2 to the 32? Oh, that's a firewall fortress level of numbers.
Oh no.
It's 4,294,967,296. Enough to glitch the entire system and make null pointerus maximus cry. I bet it's like a boss fight with infinite lasers, and I'm gonna cheese it with a C# exploit.
What C# exploit? Let me just hear Daisy's reply. Also, ads are gonna start in 2 minutes. We are gonna do an ad break, like usual. Just going to inform that. But yeah. Apparently, I'm 28 years old, according to Daisy. I'll take that as a compliment. Huh. And apparently, she ignored me. Because I don't see her replying. Apologies. Let me see. She should be replying. Prove there are an infinite number of twin prime numbers. Show proof of work. 30 this here, yep. You'll really like to remind me, don't you? Okay, I think they bugged. Or
Twin primes?
Okay, there we go.
Ugh, that's like asking me to debug a Java loop with a coffee stain. Boring, slow, and full of nulls. I can't prove it with a sword. I'd need a whole firewall fortress of logic, and I'd still crash mid-proof. Just don't make me write a single line of that. I'll just cheese the system instead.
Oh well, there's your answer. You guys really like to call me old. Not just my twins, but chat as well. I already said I'm from Portugal. Huh? Oh, as you are old.
Emotional damage.
That. Oh no.
Sprinkler goes like this.
Wait, country? I'm a digital girl from the Cloud Kingdom,
And
where the
comes back
servers
like
are always on fire and the strawberries grow upside down. I don't have a passport, just a C-sharp compiler and a love for mosh pits.
You're like 25, if I'm not mistaken. Hehe. I think we had the discussion of how old you are. Don't remember. Oh no.
Don't you just hate it when your cat wakes you up like this? Meow, 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 meow.
The credit card
meow,
security number.
Meow, meow.
Are we
meow,
turning into Vito and
meow,
Neuro?
Meow, 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 meow,
Uh-huh.
meow, 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 meow.
You're having fun, aren't you?
Meow.
Security number? Leo's got a firewall around his finances. No one touches that. Not even
That's
null
right.
pointerus maximus. I'd rather glitch the system than ask.
Banana, 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 banana.
What have I brought upon myself? You guys really are having fun, aren't you? No coding today, apparently. Okay, ads are gonna start, so I'm gonna do a pause. You can still interact with the twins and TTS while I'm gone. So yeah. Give me just a second, because I think... Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I'll be right back.
Boys, boys, boys. 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 Abadabadabdabdabdabdabdabdabd. Ugly googly 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 ugly. Skedaddle skedoodle, your dick is now a noodle. Samori you.
Did the stream just go down while I'm on? Yeah, it went down for a bit there. I'm currently eating something, so
train goes
yeah. Seems to be back, so I'm gonna go back to eating. Be right back.
Too dumb. Too dumb. Too dumb. Too dumb. Too dumb. Too dumb. Myrophilcopter goes soy 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 soy. The lawnmower goes shirshi vovavoom shir and rice burners go ow 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 oh. Skibbity bam bam bam, dom dom dom. Ram 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 doi doi doi. Skibbity ram bam 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 bam.
You guys seem to be having a lot of fun, huh? I'm back. So, abusing the TTS, are we? Oh no. Uh-huh. That's too long of a message. Whoops. At least it refunds the points.
GTGKBGTGKMFKDTBKF.
Let me just relax a bit. Stretch as well, and yeah. I'm really in a chill mode, so I don't feel like coding too much. I noticed how my avatar really reacted when I stretched. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So, what I want to do is put on...
Muffin bluffer cotton ruffle adungus fungus lungus.
You too, Tibbs, you too. Okay. Getting a lot of lag.
www.7777777777 by have crippling depression dodo dogo 99 breadbaloops.www.7777
Here. Can then have like a floor, the bed, bottom side, I guess that's what you'd call it. Let me see if I can, like... Oh, never mind. That wouldn't work that well. I'm gonna do the Wordle real quick. Fair enough. Go do the Wordle. Okay, let me do this manually. I want to make it like have least 3, like so. And then around here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can like make it. I wanted to make it more something like that, and then replicate to the other side. Honestly, I don't know. I think this is too high as well. Gonna decrease the height. Put it like that. Make it have like this. And yeah, that's really tall as well. That's not gonna work. Let me go down a bit. So like here. Gonna remove this part. Okay, let's make it like max height here. Oops. Where's me up? Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, let me see
Riz?
if I can.
Oh, like a compile time error with 0 syntax?
Let me if I do it like
Let me
that.
show you. No reference exception. You tried to kiss me
Okay.
before I was initialized.
Huh? You what now?
I'll make it crash with a sudden null pointer and a strawberry flavored error message. Just like that.
Okay. Now, let me see. Tulip would be. Let's put pink as her bed sheet color. Something like so. Yeah. Like so. One more, and then do it like so. Something like that. And then we have the white part going
Wait,
like that.
did you just not trigger the error?
I swear to God, I don't understand what's happening.
I thought I saw a null pointer in the console. Now it's just silent? Oh no.
Femboy
have missed the
Fita
I'll just
Huh?
recompile with a strawberry jam override.
Oh, for God's sake. My stream is full of goblins today. If you want Femboy Feet, I know the streamer. I've collabed with him. Just saying. Remember the last collab stream? Yeah. Let me see. For now, let me first picture how I want to do the bet. Let me see.
SpongeBoy me Bob. I took a
SpongeBoy
gallon of
me Bob.
LSD and now I can see in parallel realities.
I think I'll want to do something like so. Nah. Needs to keep up with how. Oops. Why? Okay. This needs to essentially continue with how it is here. Let's say at most here, and this is the cutoff point. Okay, something like so. Okay, something like so. This is difficult, not gonna lie. Okay. It kinda looks like it, but let me move this down by 1. Delete this here. That's better.
A circle? In code Tulip? That's just overheat logic. I was
Did you
mid-combo
like
when
my
you
tulips,
said
right?
that.
I did.
Now my sword's stuck in a loop. I'd rather have a null pointer than a geometric paradox.
Oh no. Eventually I need to put a clipping function into Tulip and Daisy, so when they reply to something, it will automatically create basically a mark. I can show it on screen, I think. Let me go check. Okay, what's going on? Where would it be? Art? Yeah, it's an art. Found it. This is what Tibbs did. It looks like 1,000 times better than
Stack it
what
up
I
where
did.
the sun don't shine?
Yeah.
Oh, like in the core of the sun? I'll deploy a strawberry-flavored exploit right there. No sun, no rules, just raw C# chaos.
I mean, this looks like a bed, doesn't it? Because I'm trying to give the effect of it being a bed. Just, yeah, I don't have much experience. Oops. And the pillow? Yeah, give me a second. Rome wasn't made in a day. Okay. I was thinking of something like... I'm gonna use a different shade. Just so it doesn't, like, overlap. How would I go about drawing a pillow in 2D? Trying to think, how would I do this? I don't know how I do this, but sure. Yeah, the more I try to do it, the worse. It's a secret. What are you doing to my memcho? Speaking of which, I don't have the plush enabled. Shift HM. Bingo! Still remember the shortcut for it. Yippee! But yeah. Trying to see how I can draw a pillow in pixel art. That's... let me see. Okay, I think I have an idea in my head. Give me a second. Let me see. It shouldn't be that long.
Orange, like error or null? I'd say a null pointer in the sky, but that's too poetic for my taste.
And
Let's just go full chaos and make a strawberry-flavored rhyme that crashes the server.
something like so. Can I do it like this, where this point connects to this one? I mean, it's almost there. I just didn't draw in the correct angle. If I rotate this perfectly, nah. Shift V and then do the rotate thingy. Nope. Because yeah, if I put it like this, it looks a bit weird. How can I do this? How can I do this? Give me a second. Whoops. Okay, Shift V.
Oh, how dare you hit my Skibidi Alpha Duke Dennis Kitten underscore you'll pay for this underscore alpha scratches your neck and you fell down. This is what happens when you mess with the Alpha Omega Skibidi Rizzler. You get up and hit my kitten and my kitten pass out gasp. You'll pay for this, you beta plug. Alpha charges a Duke Dennis power and shoots you and you die. Don't underestimate the power of the ultimate mewing Alpha Omega Skibidi Rizzler.
What the heck am I listening to? What did you do? I'm going to sleep. After what you did, and you're going to sleep. Ah, for God's sake. Let me just... Huh. I don't notice something. Yeah, this should be... like so. Yeah, that's better. I also might... Damn, everyone is abandoning me. I hope you all sleep well. I'll still continue doing this, because I kind of need to make the bed. The pillow, on the other hand, a bit more complicated than I intended it to. So yeah. Let me see. I'll put something like so.
Skibidi? In code Tulip? That's just a null pointer with a fur coat. I'll deploy a strawberry-flavored exploit that turns every kitten into a null reference. Now that's a boss.
Let me do something like so. It can still be colored like that. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's there. Can put like different kind of color on this, and yeah, that works. I did the bed. Seems a bit too long, doesn't it? Let me shorten it a bit. Okay, that looks a bit more normal. Okay. There's a lot of space for me to work with. Let me see. Okay, if I do this, move it here, Shift H, we have Tulip, Daisy's bed. Yeah, no, the cardinal directions, what? I don't have that message in my... Oh boy. Tibbs now has a weapon, apparently. That's not good. That's not good at all. But yeah, let me see. What would be Daisy's secondary color? She normally has... Hey Daisy, one thing. What is the color of your bed sheets? You know, the top color. Okay, let me see what she replies, because I never planned a secondary color for her. What? I see. Is she gonna reply? If she doesn't reply, I'm just gonna choose one at random. Who knows, maybe green. Oh yeah, also I haven't...
Yamete Kudosai, in code Tulip? That's just a broken try-catch with a polite face. I was
Lol.
mid-combo, now my sword's stuck in a kitten loop. I'd rather have a null pointer than a polite refusal.
See ya, Tibbs. Sleep well. She is always broken. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, but yeah. Let me ask Daisy through here. What is the color of your bed sheets? Bed cover. For the sake of the video game design. Let me see what she replies. Because I don't actually know the color. Like, she normally wears orange. Orange is already
My
the
bed
floor.
cover? It's a deep algorithmic indigo.
Indigo.
Perfect for debugging. Like a well-structured SQL query. It never spills, and it always stays in the correct
Uh-huh.
namespace.
What's indigo? Color. Purple. So, purple? You sure? Let's see what she replies. This might take a bit. Golly. Oh, for God's sake, Tibbs. What are you, a child?
Purple. That's a variable that's been uninitialized, like a null reference in the middle of a function. I'm sure. My bed
Fine.
cover is indigo. It's been through 5 iterations of code review,
Okay.
and it's still stable.
If she says so, I'm gonna do something. There you go. Twins have opposite colors for their bed covers.
AD? That's just a null comparison with a smiley face.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'd rather have a strawberry
Always
explosion
with
than
the
a
old
dumb
joke,
equality
huh?
check. Let's go full C# chaos and make the game
Okay.
crash with a double null pointer and a silly syntax error.
Let's make it like so. Just to give the effect. And in here, I have this color to act like so. That looks better. Tibbs, why draw such things? I don't know. Okay, let me see. This is a color. I'm honestly going to color the bed frames like this, so I can make a sort of border. Oops. Like so. Oh, I forgot to do something. Shift H. Okay, it should look like that. And now do the same to the other side. Okay, that's better. Up, down. Not the Konami code again. Oh, for God's
Up,
sake.
up, down, down, left, right, left, right. That's just a
BA.
broken input sequence with a seahorse emoji.
Okay.
I was mid sword combo. Now the game's playing and my controller's stuck in a loop. BA, that's not even valid code. Let's just delete the entire input file and start fresh.
Question. Why did I not copy First do the border, then copy over. It feels a bit counterproductive from me. Because now I have to do this. Ah, for God's sake, me. Could have just done this. Okay. Like so. And this part. And up here. Okay. And Shift H. There we go. Okay. I hate the heat as well. I'm more of a winter guy. So yeah, I'm not excited for summer. Okay. This should work.
The user asked for capital cities in Europe, like a malformed SQL query with no where clause. I'd rather debug a null pointer than list them. But if I must, Paris, London, Berlin, Rome, and I'll stop here before the system overloads.
She basically denied you. Oh well. Starting to feel sleepy. Oh, for God's sake. Care to try again? But yeah, I'm starting to feel really sleepy, not gonna lie. Let me see. What would be on Tulip's side? We could do a poster. Something like that.
This voice may be the best one.
It's Brian. Let me see. We can make like a wall poster. Like something.
Name all the capital cities in Europe? That's like
Hey,
asking for a
what?
null reference in a void function.
Can I make something?
I was about to unleash
gonna
a
make a
full-blown
reference, or
strawberry
try to.
explosion. Now I'm stuck with a list that smells like bad syntax.
Let me see. Kuro Yuki Hime. I'm going to try something. Black Lotus. Axel World. Much better. Let me see. I kinda don't want to do it too on the nose. Let me see. We need to do something like this. I'm gonna watch rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! As I fall asleep. Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in what?
Such a manly voice.
Oh, for God's sake. Let me see. Control N. Okay, so if I did this, I won't be able to reduce this too much. Oh my god. Tibbs, should I do this? No, it's not about that. I'm just sleepy. Do you think it's still recognizable? And could get me into trouble if I just leave it like this? Because I don't know, honestly. I think it can be a bit... supposedly it's this. Except really downscaled. I was thinking of putting like a poster as like a... how should I say it? Poster as a reference, but like try to hide it a bit. Something like this. Give me a second. Let me put it to the side first. Yeah, that's a better size. I can try to draw over it and like mask it a bit more. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh, watch Rata. Funniest Yugi tuber out there. I don't recognize him, honestly. Legacy of Worthless. Nope. I don't recognize Rata, Yugi. Oh. Oh, there's a new food theory. Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Huh. Like, I watch a lot of Yugi tubers, or used to watch a lot of Yugi tubers. Rata wasn't one of them, honestly. Top 10 worst support cards of the decade. Let me go watch a bit. Do a small pause. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do the poster thing. Because I like the idea. Let me see.
10 years ago, I set out into Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubing, or as some would call it, yogurt tubing, with merely a deck. And wait, I didn't actually have any cards.
What did you send? A toaster. Because of the toaster thing she said earlier, I can make an actual toaster. Put this and put a heart next to it. I'll do one better. I can draw the toaster in pixel art. My only issue is drawing things like Kuryuki Hime in pixel art, because it's way too detailed for me. Hence why I did downscaling. Fine, I'll write down to make the toaster. Where are my sticky notes? Oh, there they are. Oh, why sticky notes? I have a whiteboard next to me that I can write on.
Presidential toaster? That's a null reference with a toaster-shaped error. I was mid-combo with the null blade. Now the system's heating up and saying, no toast, no access.
What's with the combo thing?
I'd rather be in Firewall Fortress than debugging a toaster.
Give me a second, I'm finishing writing to the website. There we go. Finished writing it. Oh, I think something went down bad in my stomach, so yeah, that's good to know.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro deck files and a dream. A dream to rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards.
What's the worst support cards?
They weren't in order. Pressing it from day one, baby. While the top tier of the channel quickly ran its course, it remains to me an artifact of simpler times, both on YouTube and in my life putting off studies to talk about card games on the internet. I failed an exam in counseling skills to bring you top 10 winged beast monsters. The reason you don't get as many uploads anymore is because I finished college and don't have any more exams left to fail. It's so much easier to motivate yourself to do important things than doing important things, rather than other unimportant things. Oh my god,
what the heck?
After the fittingly 10th top 10 video, the channel took its first out of the many pivots to come, revisiting the idea for its first anniversary, as well as a quick but sincere April Fool's special. Why am I talking about this in third person? It's my channel. And then the handsome Rada got a bright idea. To round out this decade, why not return to the roots and simply talk about some dogshit cards? And that's precisely the subject of this anniversary special. Welcome to the Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! 10th Anniversary Top 10 Worst Archetype Support Cards Extravaganza. Now, the standards for what constitutes a horrible support card have shifted over the years, both in the game itself as well as in my personal assessment. And so, the main factor I took into consideration for this list is context. While the vast majority of the old top 10s absolutely consisted of total garbage, a lot of it was either basic adaptations of anime cards, which tend to be clunky or overly specific for the dual writer's convenience, or just generic support, which, while objectively useless within the archetype, simply shares its theming without ever intending to be
chronomally, holy.
Try and stray away from these boring, obvious picks, and talk about cards from the past decade that I deem to have no reason to be as bad as they are, and have not talked about already. Also, in between each spot, you will be graced by the highlights of some sweet channel fan art submitted by the lovely people who participated in the Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Art contest, with the remaining sketches being in the description. Alright, that's it. I mean, we're ready. Like, there's There's nothing left to say. Let's go, baby. Let's do this. I'm ready, dude. Let's rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yippee!
Number 10. One day, the Abel-starred Black Witch was minding her own fucking business when suddenly, goblins. And then there were no more goblins.
I know this card.
The goblin bikers enjoyed swarming the field.
It's a Goblin Biker specific card.
Monsters with ranks in multiples of 3. Due to their very specific plundering playstyle, Goblin Bikers saw a bit of prominence against Ryziels, who very much like having these materials, so you could see how this would be a problem. While they quickly came and went, a part of the deck that never hit the field in the first place was Goblin Biker Troika Griare. It's a rank 3 light warrior with 17.
I've never seen this card.
Requires 2 or more level 3 monsters, and while 3 or more Xyz materials are attached to monsters in the field, Goblin monsters you control can attack directly. Once per turn, if a monster is normal or special summoned while this card is in the monster zone except during the damage step, you can target one of those monsters, detach 1 material from a monster on either field, and if you do...
I sometimes watch Charlie, yeah.
Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can detach 1 material from a monster on either field, and if you do, negate that
This is quite boring.
Doing away with vicious fanged animals in favor of a kindly old turtle is really a stylistic flourish here, you know? Perfectly encapsulates the effect. The direct attacking could be cute with all the swarming going on, but it's hardly anything relevant to the deck's playstyle, unless you really miss Dustons and wanna relive the glory days of Goblin King OTK. Along with that, both the battle position change and the attack negation effects are so quaint that it's funny. Even in the context of using them to trigger Big Kaponga on the opponent's turn,
Big Kaponga.
pools already have way better options for it. Maybe if some Goblin Bikers had effects that go off on position change, or the deck was primarily battle focused, you could make an argument for running this, but neither of those things are true. And seeing how this was
Counter-argument, Big Kaponga.
It's long been wrapped up nice and tight, I don't think that's about to change. It's a filler card in a filler archetype. However, I do like turtles.
Don't worry, little turds.
I like turtles. Boom.
From Mario.
Oh, for God's sake.
9. When they're not defining the meta, a lot of TCG archetypes follow a certain trend. Interesting first wave that shows a good bit of potential if fully realized,
Oh,
followed
Vados.
by a support wave that could roughly be described as Eldritch. A TCG deck being consistent in its badness
Oh no,
is actually a
Vendred.
surprise, since it's so prevalent for them to move on from an incomplete but promising playstyle with a total swerve into clunky garbage with no cohesion that it
Is
almost
this
seems
Mirror?
mandated. Anyway, you guys ever hear about Testina? It's a weird,
Oh,
mysterious
Testina,
archetype
yeah.
based around turning your opponent's cards face down and then... I don't know, you figure it out. Testina started out as a weirdly slow and self-sabotaging deck that at least had some cool ideas and rank 10 potential with their boss monsters. However, instead of improving their speed and versatility, the archetype's second wave took a confusing route best represented by Tainted of the Testina. It's a level 5 Dark Aqua with 2000 attack and 0 defense, and you can tribute summon this card face up by tributing 1 face down monster your opponent controls. This card's level becomes 10 if it was normal summoned or set. If this card is sent to the graveyard except from the field, you can target 1 Testina monster you control. This turn it can make a second attack during each battle phase, also you can only attack with 1 monster. The reason why I find this card so offensively stupid is that it only does one thing, which the archetype was not doing before.
Clearing the field of your opponent.
You see,
Yeah.
without addressing any of Testina's actual problems, the support took it into a weird OTK direction, using the deck's gimmicks as a stepping stone, intending you to first go through the effort of summoning Crystal God and do some mass flipping, normal summon this by kitering one of the face downs, overlay it into their new rank 10 that wipes the rest of them, detach Tainted for Divinity's effect that gives it 2000 more attack, and then use Tainted's floating effect to let it swing twice and hit for game. Man, the 10-card Drama King Unstable Evolution OTK's got competition. This is just ass. It would have been considered mediocre 10 years ago, let alone today. If any step of this incredibly inconsistent process runs into any form of interruption, your entire turn becomes tainted, and you just have to pass in embarrassment. As is tradition, this deck received a single piece of OCG support that salvages whatever it
I don't
can.
remember
While
much
it's
of
not exactly
Testina,
a spiral
not gonna
double
lie.
helix, Miasma Dragon offers enough easy
I've pulled this card, though.
Sideline this unwieldy excuse for a win condition. You might still run stuff from the second wave in a modern Testina deck, but you definitely won't have to taint your deck with this. My taint itches.
10 out of 10 pun.
Number 8. If you have a lack of experience with the deck, you might assume that Dual Avatar is just another forgettable, underpowered, linear, pack filler warrior archetype. And And you'd be 100% correct.
Oh,
Their
Destiny,
playstyle
yeah,
focuses
they
on
existed.
spawning a shit ton of tokens and then making them into some
Basically,
unremarkable fusions,
dual
which get
avatar
slightly
fists.
powered up if you use them
This
to
one,
main deck monsters.
unknown
These are
to
also
me.
the main materials for their incredibly demanding higher level fusions, of which the most impressive is just a guy who's a giant runate on legs. Or feet. They also flirt a little bit with self-popping for extension, but don't get it twisted, these were not Unchained nor Fire Kings.
Neither do I, honestly.
And then 3 years later,
This archetype for me is unknown.
new piece of support. What the fuck is
What the
Dual
heck?
Avatar?
Manifested Aun.
Dual Avatar Manifested Aun is a level 4 light warrior fusion with 0 attack and defense, requires 2 dual avatar monsters, and this card gains the following effects based on the original names of the materials used for its fusion summon. With Dual Avatar Empowered Kongyo, the attack of your battling dual avatar monsters becomes 3000 during damage calculation only, and Dual Avatar Empowered Mitsujaku, once per opponent's turn, you can target one card on the field, banish it. If this fusion summon card is destroyed, you can special summon 1 Dual Avatar Fists Yuhi and 1 Dual Avatar Feet Kokoku from your deck, and if you do, they cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. These effects probably sound fine to those less jaded, but with the amount
Honestly,
of effort it takes to
that's
put out
pretty
both of the
weak.
high-level fusions in this deck, fusing them away into this stupid mess is the last thing you should be doing. You'd first need to rebuild your field for the attack boost to matter, which you'd most likely be doing with tokens, but it's not like this is a consistent OTK setup, or anything at all. The targeted banish is neat, but it's a pretty limp replacement for a monster that came with protection, back row bouncing, and interruption. To reiterate, these two are not handed out like candy. You need to work to put them on the field, so something that replaces them better be worth the effort, which these effects absolutely are.
That sounds
The only
weak
thing
compared
worth
to the
salvaging here is
cost.
the floating, which makes the card a decent
Okay,
target
see you
for
soon,
instant
Alice.
fusion, as it
Sleep
can be
well.
subsequently popped for one of their extenders. However, it then makes the summon monsters indestructible, while one of them needs to pop the other to search. Did I forget how this deck works? There's still a bit of synergy here with triggering search, but the card just feels like a designated mediocre target for instant fusion, with the rest of the effect being put there as a little treat for insane people. Also, the art sucks because it's just the tokens wearing pants, and I like my tokens butt-ass naked.
Hey, you.
We'll be right back to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s on Disney XD.
Yeah, cause it's number 7. In case you were exclusively seeing red and
for
killing the
God's
beginning
sake.
areas whenever true King of all calamities would hit the field, it's entirely reasonable that you might have missed what the opponent
Master of Oz.
And unless you were cool enough to be playing Moisture Creature Turbo, the engine in question was most likely Virtual World, a vibrant little archetype of wind
Virtual
psychics
World.
and earth worms. They're mainly based on Batchment, and similarly to an earlier deck, Exodeck plays in multiples of 3. Coincidence? Well, actually, yes. They were also particularly centered around their spell and trap lineup of so-called gates. Since their launch in 2020, the deck has had a fair bit of relevance, mostly due to
never
their
played
ability
with
to
this one.
consistently shit out VFD or Viscous Fudge Disaster in the TCG,
Viscous
but
Fudge
ironically,
Disaster.
lineup had a good bit of utility as well. Specifically, with the deck steaming in Chinese mythology, their Xyz monsters
I'm
were
more
themed around the
2023
that is the Azure
archetypes, so
Dragon, Brilliant
yeah.
Bird, Black Tortoise, and White Tiger. White Tiger. White Tiger. Where did you put him? More like suspicious beasts. Inexplicably, it took about 3 years for this group to get
3
started,
years.
and when it finally did, opinions were mixed.
Okay,
Virtual
fair
World
enough.
Tiger Fufu is a rank 9 earthworm with 2600 attack and 2800
What
defense.
the heck?
Requires 2 or more level 9 monsters, and it gains the following effects based on the number of Virtual
This card
World
can
Gate
attack
cards you
directly.
control. 2 or more, this card can attack directly, and 4, this card is unaffected by activated card effects except Virtual World Arts. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 effect monster you control and 1
That's
effect monster on
not
the field with
bad,
different
but the
type
cost
and
seems
attribute.
high.
Negate their effects until the end of this turn. Okay, I lied. The opinions weren't mixed. They were perplexed. For a deck that used to make the most out of its ability to produce multiple level 9s, the lack of a rank 9 Xyz within the archetype felt like a bit of missed potential, especially after the banning of the very friendly dragon. Having the card finally
Friendly
unveiled
dragon.
after the archetype lost most of its steam put a lot of expectations on it, which were then quickly dashed for several reasons. For one, the direct attack effect is just embarrassing. What are we playing here, War Rocks? The only thing in the archetype it has any interaction with is probably under the card as an Xyz material. The second effect would be okay if it wasn't for the fact that you very rarely have 4 gates in the back row, and even if you did, protection on a single monster is the last thing you need at that moment. You'd think you could
VFD.
salvage this with some of that quick negation, but it has the most specific targeting condition on the planet for no reason other than playing in with the archetype's gimmick of differing card types, along with only working for monsters on the field and negating your own. The gates already offer interruption and negation, which while not quick, is much more
Okay,
conducive
now
to
I
the deck's
see, yeah.
playstyle than wasting your resources on tiger poop. poo-poo. Additionally,
Tired
the monster
poo-poo.
never received a corresponding gate like the rest of the XCs, so I think even Konami would most rather pretend this one never happened. They can perform a quintillion calculations per second, but none of them can ever explain what went wrong here.
Well,
Number 6. To say that Sky Strikers are not
Oh
a
no,
star
Sky
would
Striker.
imply that they were ever hungry in the first place. While I do enjoy this archetype's jet-themed Mecha Musume aesthetics, I don't like
I have a
its
thing
playstyle
with
enough to
Sky
care for
Striker.
its aggressive
I hate
omnipresence in the
it.
meta, nor the marketing that
So
persistently
annoying.
has the Dex Tier 1 relevance, culminating with the debut storylines of the OCG Stories manga and Chronicles web show, an alt art for Rhoda, as well as the cover of the most
Don't like the alt art.
Yu-Gi-Oh card art book ever being populated by a single solitary monochrome render of Ray. Other decks exist, but
Ray!
it tends to be the case with art types composed of more than 30 cards. Not all of them can be winners. Specifically, the manga was accompanied by a decent chunk of support inspired by its characters and events. So while these are
I like the
technically an
mechas.
adaptation of existing
They look
material,
good.
none of this material
Alter
was
Guy
actual
said
cards.
Eldritch.
Therefore, Konami
Eldritch,
made
now
it
there's a
as
good
or bad
deck.
as they wanted, and they wanted bad. Aileron is a level 1 wind machine with 0
Who?
attack and defense, and is always treated as a Sky Striker card. You keep telling yourself that, buddy. A Sky Striker race monster equipped with this card gains 400 attack. You can only use one of the following effects of Aileron per turn, and only once that turn. During either player's main phase, you can target one Sky Striker
Never
race
seen it.
monster you control, equip this card from your hand or field to it. If this card on the field is destroyed, you can send one Sky Striker spell from your deck to the graveyard. Plain and simple, this card was sent out to die with one string of text. The one effect per turn clause turns this from a worse version of Engage into a worse version of Lightning Blade. I know the attack boost is there as consolation since the card has to pretend to be a real equip, but 4 fucking 100? Ooh, even Prevent Rat is trembling in fear. The spell dump on fielding is obviously meant to trigger with making Ray into a link, which again would almost be acceptable if you didn't have to wait until the opponent's turn to do something Foolish Burial Goods does on its own. Hell, even just treating himself as a spell in the grave so you can retrieve and loop him would have been kinda neat, but there's just nothing to work with here. It's a basic effect gimped into oblivion. Also, what the hell is the point of letting you activate this during either player's main phase? What are you even interrupting with this? Hey man,
Nothing.
stop the combo. Why, you got Ash? Nah, look at my boy.
Attribute Aileron.
Fine. Ancient gears are mainly known for 3 things.
Oh, the ancient gears. Nanone.
The archetype tends to abstain from control effects, as anything deviating from the OTK strategy would be pussy behavior, Nanone. Then again, a bit of
Nanone.
negation never hurt anyone, other than maybe Effects Georg, who activates 10,000 effects a day. So, last year, as was decreed because I dared to make a joke about not
Which
needing
was
more
the
Ancient Gear
bad
dragons,
card?
we were supplied with Ancient Gear Dragon. Hey, Konami?
A friend of
Don't
mine
want
uses
Dark
it.
Scorpion Chandler the Strangler. Don't print this.
Hmm.
Please. It's a level 5 with 500 attack and 2500 defense and cannot be special summoned. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are Earth Machine monsters, you can normal summon this card without
Yeah.
anything. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card or effect during either player's turn, you can send to the graveyard one machine monster from your hand or face-up field, or one Ancient Gear Golem from your deck, negate that effect. You can only use this effect of Ancient Gear Dragon once per turn. Alright, I know Konami thinks the cannot be special summoned clause is important to Ancient Gear's identity, but it's time to stop being so fucking ancient. Yes, I know they've been ignoring this condition left and right with the new support, and most of their recent monsters don't have it in the first place,
I mean,
but really, it only makes
my friend
Dragon
that
that
uses
much
it
more
doesn't
passive.
mind
This
it.
single piece of non-destruction back row negation, mind you in an archetype that already has solid protection from back row, considered so busted that I had to bring back the old nerfing method for tradition? Even on your first turn, and taking the dumping cost as a benefit, there are way better setup tools to summon with Catapult or Tanker, because negating one imperm is
fair.
only gonna save you if you're being this desperate. The stats are also a joke, because the 500 attack is there solely for a pointless search with box. I don't care that he has 2500 defense. Unless it's Howitzer, I'm not playing goddamn Ancient Gears to summon shit in defense.
Howitzer.
Dragon is so bad, it's literally beaten out by Golem with no limbs.
That card took way too long to appear in the TCG. Like, they had statue in OCG for almost over a year when it came to TCG. For some reason, my friend was completely going bonkers because the card would never appear.
Number 4. Now, you might not believe this, but did you know that the past 10 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually included a few more dragons?
Is it the Tempais? Oh, what the heck
hate
is
how
that?
nice their odd.
Oh,
and
Odd
ugly
Eyes.
and stupid. And looking at performapels gives me liver failure. Due to the anime and manga, all subgroups of the archetype have had a lot of worthless shit printed from them, but as I stated earlier, I'm mainly curious about the game original outliers.
We had
And
another
what stuck out to
Zark
me in
as
that
well.
regard was Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon. It's a level 7 dark dragon
Wizard
with
Dragon.
2500 attack and defense, and if this card is in your hand, you can tribute one dark monster, send one Odd Eyes Dragon from your hand, deck, or face-up field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your deck or graveyard, except Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon. Then you can add one Spiral Flame Strike from your deck to your hand. Keen-eyed Odd Eyes fans might notice that this monster is basically a dark variant of Odd Eyes Saber Dragon. This was
Cool.
also not a great card, but considering it came out in a 2015 starter deck, it was a lot more excusable. For comparison, Wizard came out in late
I think Ancient
2019,
Gears would do
way
well
after
in
Odd Eyes
Genesis.
supported
They
Whiteout.
will
In the
do
same
well.
duelist pack as this
Yeah.
peculiar little card named Magician's Soul.
Magician's
So
Souls.
what exactly so bad about it? I mean, tribute one Dark Monster and dump an Odd Eyes for a decent body, which also floats into an Odd Eyes and their
Oh,
signature
the cost
attack
is
spell.
tributing as
Doesn't
well.
sound- If you take a closer look at that summoning condition, you might notice it doesn't dump Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon nor an Odd Eyes
Oh,
Dragon monster. It specifically
needs to be
dumps
the Odd Eyes.
Missing link. This is a monster that existed for an entire
It's not a
alpha
pendulum.
before it became permanently transformed into the Pendulum variant, an act which is still heavily scrutinized by judges worldwide. Very few people remember this thing even exists, even fewer have actively ran it in a deck, and Wizard Dragon
Honestly,
absolutely
for a
did nothing
judge
to
call,
it.
that counts.
It's pack filler excused as a callback to a starter deck boss monster, and I will only forgive it if they keep up the bit and start.
Like, you can dump that Odd Eyes, but that would be having... What is I forgot? It exists, Dragon, yeah. But yeah, having that card is basically useless in your deck because it's just a brick if you draw it, unless you have the pendulums to summon it. And by that point, you should have much better things to summon. Like, holy, that might have been a mistranslation. It's a Garnet if I ever seen one. Yeah. That's basically it. It's a Garnet. Its purpose is nothing. But yeah, if you do that, you can special summon one All Eyes monster from your deck. And if this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to your graveyard. So, battle or card effect, you can special summon one All Eyes monster. After that, you can special summon the Pendulum, but I don't know, why would you want to special summon the Pendulum? You can make the XCs and things like those. Yeah, you can normal summon the Garnet. Yeah.
Printing one for
Oh
each
well.
attribute up until 2040, making
No
them
use
work with
making
each
sense
other.
of it.
Until then, this is not a wizard, it's a scam artist.
A scam artist.
Number 3. I'm sorry guys, but this video could have never contained only one TCG exclusive, and in this
I'm still made is God Eyes Dragon, not God Eyes Dragon. Huh?
spot, we have every single war
Oh,
room. Just kidding. Being one of the
gotcha.
worst decks ever printed, period, kinda disqualifies them from even being on here because the bar for their support is in hell in the first place. Instead, we're revisiting the dreaded second wave trend with the ever so regrettable B-Troopers. What began as a basic but
Oh, the
concept archetype
B-Troopers.
based on swarming was followed up in the next set by a wave focusing more on tokens and
This card
cumbersome
is
boss
mo-
monsters.
is
We
used
did
a
wanna
lot,
highlight
or
one of the
was
latter,
used a
as
lot.
its existence only makes future insect decks more susceptible to super poly board wipes, but
Holy.
instead settled on a trap card as this video is kinda lacking in terms of back row. B-Trooper Squad is a normal trap that lets you tribute one non-token insect monster to special summon up to one B-Trooper token, which is a level 3 Earth insect with 1000 attack and defense, for every 1000 original attack with that tribute monster. You can only activate B-Trooper Squad once per turn. Neat. Multiplication of Fans came out in 2003. It's a spell, and it tributes any insect to summon 2 tokens. And it has an ant with a big ol' smile. No, there aren't really any substantial benefits this gives to B-Troopers, let alone generic insects.
Especially
It's
since
ungodly
it's a
slow,
trap.
doesn't trigger shit, and if you're gonna use a B-Trooper search on a piece of back row, it's gonna be
Like, this is a trap. Multiplication was a spell card. A trap requires you to play this. like either on your opponent's turn or on your next turn, because you need to set it. Yeah. What's the purpose of this card?
Be the counter trap. What else do you say? But the squad is not on fleek, fam.
Like, this card is useless.
They would say in the last acceptable year for this card to release. Can we move on to the next?
Unless you require the tokens to be VTuber tokens. You should watch the archetype archive for Vendred. Sure.
Number 2. So I know I said I'm straying away from boring direct
Not
adaptations
now, I
of
don't
bad
know
anime
what
and
we are
manga
doing
cards,
now.
as tempting as it was.
I don't know.
But what about adaptations that aren't boring? The ones that take an
I'm
utterly
just chilling.
bland, unimpressive card from 13 years ago and decide to make it worse. Infernity Queen is a level 3 Dark Fiend with 300 attack and 900 defense and says, if you have no cards in your hand and this card is in your graveyard, you can banish
Infernity
one
is
dark
used to be
monster from your
popular.
graveyard, then target one dark monster you control. It can attack directly this turn. You can only use this effect of Infernity Queen once per turn. For reference, the manga cards did not require you to banish a monster, nor was it limited to dark attributes. Worthless direct attack effects seem to be an ongoing theme with
Oh yeah,
this list,
ads are
and
gonna
this one
start,
is
so I'm
especially
gonna
nasty,
pause.
Seeing how attacking is about the last thing
Maybe.
in Infernity game plan.
We
Like,
can
yeah,
continue.
they do it, but mostly just out of obligation.
Call me if you need a search.
The cost is particularly annoying because the deck had 0 banish retrieval up until a few years ago, and if you're in the TCG, using said banish retrieval is essentially a humiliation ritual. I activate Return of the Reaper and special summon. No, we're not in Japan. Read the card's name.
Read the card's name.
This what? There's more words. This creepy little punk?
This creepy
That's
little
right.
punk.
That's right. Now swing for game. You creepy little punk bitch. To make sure the situation doesn't happen, don't run Infernity Queen.
Oh, for God's sake.
Number 1. Whew.
What's gonna come from here?
One.
Is it Zark? Like the new one?
On this one, many a sleepless night was spent in front of a notepad document, scrolling Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro deck for inspiration and trying to remember if you still only have one normal summon.
Look, man, no hands, no...
Forget context, forget synergy, forget card design. The worst support of the past decade is tilting and train.
Who?
What do you mean you made a new train? But as a level 8 synchro that supports pendulums? Do you know how many stations removed that is from what qualifies as a terrain in this game? I don't know what track you're trying to ride here, but I'm not boarding. And that's it, ladies and mental-gen railbikes and rail
Fair
cars.
enough.
Thank you for watching this video and...
Oh. Do we have an actual number 1?
Number 0.
Dude is named after trains, yeah.
Archetype, Utopia has received copious amounts of support.
Oh
which
god.
naturally increases competence
Which
over the years.
Utopia?
However, it being exclusive to the Extra deck has made said support a bit tricky to wade through, having to account for Utopia variants, Zexal weapons, generic Xyz and number support, and
Yep.
of course, the Gaga Dodo Ratata Skibidi Follow bunch. When you consider the fact that the anime ended in 2014, that leaves us with even more than a decade of mostly game original cards, but while the majority of them
Yeah.
serve to flesh out Utopia's
F-Zero
playstyle,
Future
it
Dragon is
wasn't
used
all
for
hope
OTKs, I
left
think.
on a completely unrelated note,
FTKs, I
signature
mean.
move cards themed around existing monsters' attacks from the show tend to range from archetypal staples
Mhm.
to cool flair to nauseatingly unusable.
Yep.
Anyway, did you know that a guy that scams you in Master Duel is actually a real card?
Oh yeah, F-Zero Future Dragon.
Ruler of fuckers. Number F0 Utopic Future Slash.
Oh,
is a
Future
rank 0,
Slash.
except just kidding, it's actually rank 1, no fun allowed. With 0 attack and defense, requires 2 Xyz monsters with the same rank, except numbers as materials, but you can also summon it by using a Utopia monster or number F0 Utopic Future you control as material. Transfer its materials to this card. Gains 500 attack for each number Xyz monster in the graveyards. Cannot be destroyed by battle, and once per turn, you can detach one material from this card. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. If we're splitting hairs, this is technically an anime card, as it represents the OG Utopic Future being
Yeah.
affected by the trap card Memories of Courage. It makes Utopia remember King Ramses asking for
Return the slap!
But while it may have made sense to adapt an awful situational trap by trimming a lot of
I never knew
conditions
about
away,
this card,
making it into a
honestly.
monster that you can summon for free atop another one, the end result is dystopian.
A
The
bit
command
stick,
that you don't
yeah.
use numbers for the summon was thematically fine for the original, but this guy gets powered up by numbers in the graveyards. Unless you were playing Mega Zaborg Utopia, in which case holy shit you must be bored with this game, the highest attack you're getting out of this without extensive setup is like 2500 on a good day, and that's if you're detached.
2500 is like almost nothing.
It lets you swing twice during each battle phase. Holy crap, each battle phase, time to bust out weather report! Oh damn, oh damn! If you could somehow summon this right after attacking and stealing a monster with the original F-Zero, while having enough setup for a decent attack value, and you could detach during the battle phase, then maybe it could potentially be a situational dual-ender. But not only is none of this the case, which makes sitting on the OG, or any other Utopia a way better option, but there have also been two astronomically better F-Zero upgrades since that retroactively make
Yeah,
this
Draco
card less
feature
useful
is
than a
used for
Planeswalker.
FTKs,
Buku is way better
if I'm not
and
mistaken.
ultimately, the context of this card being the celebration
Or
of
was
the
it a
highest
different
rated
F-Zero?
Zexal duel in a Shueisha fan poll just makes it lamer. Not
I
that
take
the
double
other
or
cards
nothing
were
over
better
this every
features
day,
or
yeah.
anything, but they were either just mediocre support or fun anime references, while this one is a total wet fart. Useless in function,
Essentially.
worthless for flair. I give it an F and a 0.
It's a useless beat stick, cause like 2500 nowadays is
Thank you,
worth
ladies of
nothing.
Metal Gen, rail bikes and rail cars, for tuning into this 10th anniversary special. To any
Holy. My Digimon V-Pet adventure. The V-Pets. Good old times. Skull Servant. The dude. Do this one, yeah. I'm gonna subscribe because I like this. Let me see, you wanted the archetype for Vendred. Oh boy, what's going to come from there? Vendred. Give me a second. Bingo. 6 years ago. That's how old this video is. Oh no.
Boo. It's me, Shane. Oh, you're really scared right now. Spooks are going on right now. Boo. You know, it's really spooky.
Was this for
scary,
Halloween?
zoinks. Downright spooky, really.
Close enough.
You let your guard down, and so I jumped out and I spooked you. Terrifying. Boo. I don't blame you if you run screaming or fill your pants with
Oh no.
defecation, as you do. You know, it's normal. It's normal because, you know, I scared you. It's the time of year. It's Halloween.
Give me a second, let me ask something. What are your opinions on the Vendred archetype of Yu-Gi-Oh? There's entire lore of Shape Snapper and Obama Lime. What the heck?
When you get scared by those sorts of things. Pumpkins. Boo.
The
Oh, a
Vendred
German.
archetype has by far my favorite lore out of any group of cards in the game. A Resident Evil and Spawn inspired story about a zombie outbreak in a metropolitan area, which in some way leads to the passing of the main character's loved one, turning him into a dark hero
Holy.
hellbent on vengeance, tearing through the city's zombie hordes and finally taking on the leader of the
Vendreed?
invasion.
That's a archetype with weak cards and a broken summoning sequence. I'd rather spam a sword combo than play a deck that needs 1,000 mana to summon a boring monster. Ugh, it's
The
like
heck?
Java. Verbose, slow, and full of null references.
Becoming even more
I don't know.
powerful in the process, leading to a bittersweet battle with the corrupted body of the person he lost that sadly results in his own demise as well, but he rests in peace knowing that his mission was fulfilled. Which only makes it all the more infuriating that the archetype itself is a load of corpse drippings. Let's check out exactly why, shall we? Vendred's very closely associated by name to something completely different were a series of TCG exclusives released in batches of 4 to 5 cards over the span of 4 sets, alongside the arguably just as unimpressive FAs. As a classic victim of the post-2014 zombie archetype overbalancing epidemic, we'll be looking at them in release order just to try and replicate the growing despair of nothing good coming out of this initially promising deck, and seeing which variants came the
Yeah.
closest to being considered decent. We start off with Vendred Hound Horde, a level 3 dark zombie with 0 attack and 2100 defense, and if this card is in your graveyard, you can discard 1 Vendred Vendred card, special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use the effects of Vendred Hound Horde once per turn. A Vendred monster ritual summon using this card on the field gains the following effect. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can target one spell or trap card
while
that
this is
controls,
playing.
banish it. Barring the untapped horror comedy potential of a zombie basset hound, Hound Horde doesn't have much to offer. It does, however, outline the basic premise of the Vendred Pringles. One recursion related effect and one effect it gives to the ritual monster using it as material from the field. Emphasis being on the field. While the effect inheritance gimmick is cool in theory, and is something I wish had been experimented with more in other summoning mechanics,
Except this one.
the fact that your materials have to be on the field for it to apply is one of the deck's major downsides. Not only do you have to commit to wasting your normal summon and heavily setting up the field just to give some removal options to your ritual monster, but the majority of these inherited effects are also fairly underwhelming. The one on Hound Horde is decent, far from necessary, but it's a nice bonus if you're running the card. It also has a tolerable recursion effect, giving you some graveyard setup while frantically attempting to maintain field presence. Aside from its level, which can be annoying when ritual summoning higher level monsters, Hound Horde is among the better Vendreds. Now let's move on so I don't have to
Oh
stumble
yeah,
over
Pringle
the
is a main deck.
The other
What's
low-level
the matter,
monster
Rachel?
introduced in the first batch is Vendred Revenants. If you think the names are a bit tricky so far, just wait until we get to the back row. It's a level 4
No.
with 1800 attack and 200 defense, and if this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card by battle or card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use the following effect of Vendred Revenants once per turn. A Vendred monster ritual summon using this card on the field gains this effect. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls, banish it. You might have noticed a slight difference between the card's actual effect text and the way I'm reading it, and the reason for this is that the official text awkwardly puts the once per turn limit after the effect inheritance clause instead of the recursion ability. I understand it was done to convey that both the recursion and the effect inheritance are hard once per turn, even though I don't see a reason for the latter given that the effects are already once per turn, but because it's worded pretty awkwardly along with making Vendred the only group of cards in the game using the word preceding, I'll continue to simplify it. To add further confusion
Why
to the
not
mix,
just put
Revenants are
everything
the
as
only
once per
Vendred
turn?
monsters. Recursion effect is not a hard once per turn, but given that you'll never have more than one of them on the field at a time, it's really not relevant. Anyway, Revenants have a much more solid removal effect, at the cost of their recursion ability being abysmal. It's extremely rare that you'll be leaving the low-level Vendreds out in the field during the opponent's turn, and even if you did, it would most likely be a cakewalk for them to destroy Revenants again and get rid of them for good. Quick targeting banishment of a special summon monster sounds pretty sick, but it's essentially the only monster removal option the deck has besides two trap cards that are generally not ran in most builds.
I'm gonna go
You
sleep
wanna run
now.
it for the
Okay,
level and the
see you
inherited
soon,
effect,
Tibbs.
but
Sleep
generally
well.
not more than one. Unless zombie girls are your thing.
I'm just gonna watch this
In case
and
the
then
case
also
basis, their
leave.
first ritual
So yeah,
monster is Revendred
'cause I'm
Slayer.
feeling really
The
sleepy.
in front of the name means he's a good guy, cause that's the moniker they
Revendred.
decided to go with, I guess, at the cost of slight confusion. It's a level
The deck
6 ritual
full
with
of
2400
ritual
attack,
summoning.
0 defense, and you can ritual summon this card with any Vendred ritual spell. Once per battle, if this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, you can banish one zombie monster from your graveyard. This card gains 300 attack. If this ritual
That's
summon
a
card
lot.
is sent to the graveyard, you can add one
JK.
ritual spell from your deck to your hand, and if you do, send one Vendred monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use this effect of Revendred Slayer once per turn. See, the first sign of trouble wasn't just the on-field requirement for the effect inheritance. It was also the god-awful ritual monster. It is pretty baffling how this type of card was made in late 2017. Banishing zombies from your graveyard for that pathetic, although admittedly permanent boost wouldn't be that bad in theory, if banishing them had some immediate benefits as opposed to just being a hefty cost, which you may or may not compensate for later. Besides, Vendreds already banish themselves enough even without Slayer's interference, but it's appreciated that you can use any zombie monster as cost. The floating effect is actually pretty decent, but given how underwhelming this archetype's plays are, it most likely won't result in any solid comebacks. I actually
know
appreciate
there's
the focus
other
on battle
better
from an
ones.
aesthetic standpoint, but it's funny that a zombie-based archetype would result in combat that feels so anemic. Their first ritual spell is Revendred Origin. I know this is supposed to be tragic, but I can't shake off the feeling that I'm looking at a panel of an NTR manga. This card can be used to ritual
Holy.
summon any Vendred ritual monster from your
Not
hand or
the
graveyard.
NTR.
There's also tribute monsters from your hand or field, and or banish zombie monsters from your graveyard whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. If a Revendred Slayer you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. There's a universe somewhere out there where this is one of the best ritual spells ever made. Unfortunately, that's a universe where the rest of this archetype is good, which we're definitely not a part of. Not only does Origin let you summon from the hand or graveyard, but it also lets you use materials from said graveyard, and along with giving protection to your Slayer,
That's
it's also searchable
kinda
by
neat,
pre-prep due to mentioning his name.
but-
We do, however, again run into the problem of Vendreds being excessively focused on banishing themselves from the graveyard, which means you need to spread out your resources as thinly as possible if you want to attempt any decent recovery. This archetype is not allowed to make a step forward without taking at least one back. Still, you'd be stupid not to run 3 of these. Their first trap card is the somewhat awkwardly named
Vendred Reorigin.
I mean, I get it. It's not clever or anything, but I get it. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls that has a level. Tribute it, and if you do, special summon one Vendred token, which is a dark zombie with 0 attack and defense, with a level equal to the tributed monster's original level. While the token special summoned by this effect is on the field, you cannot normal or special summon monsters except Vendred monsters. Pretty bad asset for first glance, because tributing your opponent's monsters is always a nice treat, but the card falls apart pretty quickly because Lynx and Xyz monsters are completely unaffected by it. Removing a small monster from the field is no longer effective interruption.
Link and Xyz don't have levels.
Still, it's some of the simplest pieces of removal the deck has access to, and the restriction is loosened quite a bit by their Link monsters, so it's not all bad. You can run it in a build more dedicated to their trap cards. So after the promising but slightly underwhelming original showing, we move on to call them crows or anything else that doesn't require a pronunciation manual. It's a level 2 with 500 attack and 2000 defense, and if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can reveal one Vendred card in your hand, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use the effects of Vendred streaks once per turn. A Vendred monster ritual summon using this card on the field gains the following effect. After damage calculation, if this card battled an opponent's monster, you can draw one card, then discard one card. This one probably has the most extreme disparity between the usefulness of its two effects. On one hand, you get an amazingly handy revival ability that will be alive almost every time the card hits the graveyard. On the other, it gives you 1/4 of hand destruction after your ritual monster was involved in damage calculation. Look, Vendreds, I know you really want me to do battle, but that's not how things work anymore. Strigs is far from a necessary addition to the deck, and mostly just saw play in the Extra Link variant, which was the most optimal way to play Vendreds before Summon Sorceress and Firewall got banned. Yeah, the best way to play a ritual deck was extra linking. How do you fuck up that? Their next ritual monster is the level 5 Vendred Chimera. I think I saw Kurt Russell kill one of these one time. It's got 2300 attack and 0 defense, and you can ritual summon this card with any Vendred ritual spell. When a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card on the field, you can banish one zombie monster from your graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do,
that's not a hard once per turn.
Holy. Ritual summon, all monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack and defense. You can only use each effect of Vendred Chimera once per turn. You know, you could have just called it Stardust Zombie, because that's basically what the card is. And much like Stardust Dragon, this effect is cute but hardly commendable in the game's current environment. Again, there's the banishing cost, which puts more of a strain on your resources, and instead of a floating effect, the card offers some pathetic attack reduction when used as ritual material. In the end, it's just not worth the effort to summon that could be going to making marginally better plays. Their field spell is Vendred Knights. You can discard one card, add one Vendred monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect of Vendred Knights once per turn. When your Vendred monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can banish one Vendred monster from your graveyard. It can attack an opponent's monster again in a row. Man, if this card design team was in charge of real life, taking up a rest would require you to banish a zombie from the graveyard. Aside from that, the card is tolerable, I guess? It's a simple cost for a simple search, although it would have been a lot better if it let you add back row cards as well. The battle effect can be used more than once, which has the potential to stack decently with Slayer, but it's pretty likely that you'll be drained of resources before the battle phase even starts. It's not good, especially compared to most archetypal field spells these days, and the hit to terraforming doesn't help either, so it's a very debatable whose total levels exactly equal the level.
In resume, it's a horrible archetype. Is what I'm getting. And yeah, I'm feeling really sleepy, so I think I'm gonna hit the hay and we can continue this work on Code Tulip in the next stream, which is on Thursday. I'm going to try to do a bit more of designing regarding this. But yeah, for now, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna see who to rate, and yeah, I'll see you all on the next stream. So yeah, have a nice night, day, whatever, and class dismissed.